OTTO Heinrich WARBURG, born 8 October 1883 in Friburg, died 1st August 1970, Berlin, was a German physiologist, medical doctor, and Nobel laureate. He was the sole recipient of the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1931. In total, he was nominated for the Nobel Prize 47 times over the course of his career. Otto Warburg studied chemistry under Emil Fischer and earned his doctorate in chemistry in Berlin in 1906. He then studied under Ludolf von Krehl and earned the degree of Doctor of Medicine in Heidelberg in 1911. Between 1908 and 1914, Warburg was affiliated with Naples Marine Biological Station, where he conducted research. In 1918, Warburg was appointed professor at Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Biology in Berlin-Dahlem. In 1931, he was named director of the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Cell Physiology. Three scientists who worked in Warburg's lab, including Sir Hans Adolf Krebs, went on to win the Nobel Prize in future years. Among other discoveries, Krebs is credited with the identification of the citric acid cycle or Schengerji-Krebs cycle. Warburg investigated the metabolism of tumors and the respiration of cells, particularly cancer cells, and in 1931 he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology for his discovery of the nature and mode of action of the respiratory enzyme. In particular, he discovered that animal tumors produce large quantities of lactic acid. As Warburg said, the main cause of cancer is the increased acidity of cells in the body, which occurs by replacing oxygen respiration in normal body cells with the fermentation of sugar. All normal healthy cells have an absolute need for oxygen and they are aerobic. However, tumor cells do not need oxygen. They can only survive in the presence of glucose in the environment and they are anaerobic. Tumor cells generate energy like adenosine triphosphate mainly by anaerobic glucose breakdown, known as fermentation or anaerobic respiration. This is the rule without exception. Very few people know about this because this truth was hidden from the public. If this discovery had been controversial, the Nobel Prize would have been taken away from him a long time ago. An anaerobic cancer cell burns sugar without oxygen, so it can process only 5% of the 100% sugar in it. The remaining 95% of sugar is broken down into lactic acids in the anaerobic process, known also as Krebs cancer cycle. Thus, we get an increased amount of lactic acid in the body of cancer patients. This is why fatigue and lack of strength appear over time. Otto Warburg published his work in the metabolism of tumors in 1931 and wrote new methods of cell physiology in 1962. Warburg never married and resided in the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute with his faithful companion Jakob Heiss, a personal friend and the secretary and manager of the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute. Warburg died in 1970 and was buried in a Christian cemetery, Cemetery Dahlem in